Come on, just try and tell me you can resist to buy this when you see how it looks inside. I don't think that anyone can resist buying this. Oh, you are so mean. You are so mean. I had to spend more money. Okay, guys, so let's see what's really inside. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I haven't opened it till now, as you can see. So I'm really bad at opening stuff. I'm always cutting everything. Okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What is inside? How am I going to take this out? Okay, so what do we have here? There are some stuff to fill out. Okay. Wait, there are like 3 brushes in 3 different sizes. This is nice. And this is the thing that I was talking about. What do I have to? OMG, OMG. No, don't tell me there is no picture on the package. Is there a picture on the package? Hey, there was such a nice picture. Ah, there it is, there it is. I will show you why I said you will have to buy this. Do you see this? Yep, I do see it. And it looks so nice. Like this. So, we have this one and this one. They did really package it well. So, what do we have here? We have Ohuhu art markers, and this is one assortment, or you can buy. This is the second one that you can buy, and this is the third one. So tell me now that you can resist to these drawings and to these packages. I mean, come on. Oh, who is so mean? I saw this and I was like, oh my god, these colors are so nice. Then I saw this and I was like, oh my god, this also looks really nice. And then I saw this one, and this is like, you know, the darker colors. You're like, I also need these ones for the shadows. Oh my god. See how nice they are. I will try to put them so that there is no ring light on it, like this. Oh my god, so nice. They look so nice. I really like this set. This one also looks nice. This is the more stronger colors. So, oh my god, I'm just going to look at these packages like the whole day and do nothing else. So thank you for watching. See you next time. No, kidding. Okay, so what do we have here? Ohuhu art markers with the brush tip. So these are water-based markers. So we have here just a description of the other markers that they have available. 72 colors. It says 1 water brush pen, but I actually got 3 of them. So as you can see here, let's just see how they are. They look okay. I suppose they are in 3 different sizes. Yeah. And the last one. Yep. So they are in 3 different sizes. Water-based marker blending tutorial. There are some questions, answers. You can reverse the brush tip if the one is destroyed. That is interesting. And you can do that also with the brush tip. Does the ink bleed? Ink bleeding depends on the paper. What does the water brush pen do? It can be used to transit or mix the colors, of course, with the water. Does the tip have a self-cleaning function after coloring, overlapping? You can just scrub it on the paper until it's clean. Yeah, and there are some other questions. I don't know, I don't think I have to go through all of that. What else did we get here? So there are these swatch cards, and this also came with it. This is also nice, just to prevent the bleeding through on the other side of the paper. Yeah, so you can put this between your sheets. So with which one? I'm going to start with this one because I really like it. Okay, let's move these ones away. So in this set, in the first set, there are a lot of really pale colors, which is really nice. The first color I used, I was actually almost not seeing it, but yeah, when it dried a little bit, it was it was a little bit stronger, but the colors are really nice. These are all nice pastel colors, which you can mix with each other, and they are I'm amazed. They are really so nice. The second set that I used was actually those colors were like, I'm not gonna say primary colors, but yeah, they were more like normal colors, green, red, and black also. Black was, I would say it was okay. It was not so dark, but it was an okay black marker. The other colors, they were all saturated, they were not dry. That was of course a positive thing. There was not a single marker that was dry or did not work. And when I saw the brush, if I talk about the brush is, it is hard. So it's not like what I'm used to from other watercolor brush markers. Even the other Ohuhu watercolor brush marker, the ones which they are insanely cheap, I think around 20 euros for 60 colors or something like that. uh, those feel much softer than these ones. These are a little bit harder. So this set, the third set, so actually the sets do not have a name on them, so I cannot really tell you a name of the special set, because on every set it's written just art markers, dual brush, brush and fine, water based, blendable. So maybe that's a little bit a shame. They could have called each brush marker set a different name. But yeah, now I can just tell you that the first set was with the girl with the green pants, the second one was with the girl with the brown hair, and the last set was with the girl in a yellow dress. What I really noticed was that the colors were corresponding to the caps, and that was really nice. So here we can just take a closer look to the brush markers. So they do have written also name and the color number on them. And you get these two sides. One side is like a brush marker, but again, I don't feel the brush. It does not feel like a real brush marker. It's a little bit harder. So here I just wanted to try how the blendable they are, because they are water soluble, so you can move the color around. In this first case, I put the color down and maybe waited 1 minute, like I think 1 minute before I've put the color, water on it, and I noticed that I was not able to blend the color completely, and the line where I stopped coloring with the marker remained. In the second case, I've put the color and put the water immediately on top of it, and I got a much nicer blend. So the line was still visible, but not as in the first case. So that means if you do wait a little bit, you will not be able to dissolve it completely. Here I wanted to see if I can reactivate the color. As you can see, the old Ohuhu can reactivate really well. This here, it was okay. And you are able to get really nice lines, put nice lines also with the brush side of the marker. Exactly, because as I said, the brush is much harder. It is not a soft brush, and that's why you are able to put really nice thin lines. Here, just to compare the size of the, let's say, the old Ohuhu watercolor brush markers, which are really smaller, and new ones are bigger, and you can see that they wanted to go, let's say, in a more professional way. But what I noticed, there is actually no difference in the thickness of the line that you can make with these two color markers. The tip looks differently, but you can still make the same lines. And yeah, the Ohuhu markers that you saw in the list, those are the old ones which I compared to other markers. And here just again with another color, just to see how thick I can go with the lines. I forgot to try that out, but I'm actually quite sure that brush lettering will be hard with these markers because the brush is so hard. So I don't think it will be really nice that you will be able to make thick and thin lines at the same time. So I decided, because I really liked the girl on this first set, I just decided to draw her again on this paper where I made a swatch, and this paper is a Bristol smooth paper, and I actually use this paper for other watercolor brush markers like Arteza real brush markers, and which one I use them also for the Amazon Basics brush markers, and there I really had no problems using those markers. So I was like, okay, I will also use this paper for these markers. And what you get in the box are also 3 watercolor brushes, and I wanted to check out if they are really good or not, because I had problems with Arteza watercolor brush. When I was pressing it, the drop was just falling on the side, and that was really horrible, because the moment you press it, the drop of the water just falls somewhere on your paper, and that was really bad. I don't know if I got the wrong brush or damage, but the Arteza one was, I have to say, horrible. But this one from the Ohuhu worked really well. When you press the brush, the water drop goes really down to the tip of the brush, and that is really nice. What I noticed, so here I've put just couple of colors, and I wanted to blend them with with water, but I immediately saw that either the paper was not good, but something was really wrong, because the paper started tearing off. I was able to blend those first layers, but still the paper was just not working really well. After that, I tried to put another layer on top, but the brush marker was just tearing the paper. So that was, oh, it was really hard, because I was really happy at the beginning when I drew this girl and I saw the colors, and the colors are nice, but this Bristol paper was really not good. Here I was just trying to pick up the paper parts that fell off, and then I decided, okay, then I will try another paper. This one is from Jackson's Art. It's a watercolor paper, and I just drew the face, not really paying attention to she really looks like. I just wanted to try the colors, and this paper was horrible. Oh my god, this paper was a disaster. Or at least these markers with this paper were a disaster. So as you see, I've put a couple of colors. This did not take like 10, 20 seconds, like not half of the minute. And then I wanted to mix the colors with the watercolor brush, but the colors did not want to move at all. They were stuck to the place where I've put them. So that was like, okay, really, really, really bad paper. The next paper I took was from the Canson, the Watercolor Pad, XL Watercolor Pad. So that one is actually a cheap paper. I think you can get for 10 euros, you can get 20 sheets or something like that. So that is a nice paper. I do like it. And I did the same again, put a couple of colors, and also here I was surprised. The brush was also here was starting to tear up the paper. The positive thing, the color were mixing and they were really nice, but I saw these places where the brush was starting to tear up the paper. So another disappointment. Yeah, as you can see here, this was just horrible. The Jackson's paper. Uh, this one, as I said, the Canson. This one, I would say it's okay, but still not the best because the paper is tearing. It a lot of time passed by before I went back to the Bristol paper, but the paper was still not really dry and the colors were just running on the paper and destroyed even the little drawing that I did. So that was, I was so sad. But okay, on the Canson paper, I was able to put colors much better. So that was, I would say it's an okay paper. You do have to wait, or you should wait a little bit longer between the layers. So if you are planning to put more layers, wait until the paper is dry completely, otherwise the paper will really tear. And yeah, in this first set, as I said, you do not have a lot of I don't know if I said that, but if I did not, so you only have bright colors and you can get darker colors only if you put more layers on top of each other. So in that way, by layering even more, you are getting darker and darker colors. And that is the problem if you want to do that, but your paper is tearing because it cannot accept so many layers. Then I tried another paper, which I assumed it will not work, but I was like, okay, what can I do? I used the marker paper. So this is a thick paper which I use usually for the alcohol markers, and there I can go over it a lot of time with the markers. And at the beginning I thought, oh, the colors look really nice, but the moment I went 2 times over the same spot, the paper started to tear. So this paper is 200 GSM weight, so it is not a thick paper, but the paper was tearing. So really horrible also for these markers. And then I was like, okay, I'm giving up, but of course I could not. I went on and tried a couple of different papers just because I did not want to give up these brush markers. I really wanted to find a paper where I can work on them. One of the papers that I also tried was the Canson mixed media paper, and unfortunately, although it does look nice now, the paper already started to tear. So when I went with the first marker on top, and then immediately as I went when I put the second layer, the paper already started to tear. So that is really disappointing, because that means it will be really difficult to use these markers. I cannot explain why, because I did not have this problem with the normal Ohuhu. Normal, I mean with the much cheaper ones, Ohuhu brush markers, watercolor markers. I did not have this problem of the paper tearing. So this is something I find, I don't know, it's a little bit annoying, because it means if you buy them, you will probably not be able to use them on your coloring book. Maybe if the paper is really good, maybe yes, but I mean, I did try a couple of really nice papers and I was not so satisfied with the result. So of course at the end I was like, okay, whatever, I will try it on my 100% cotton paper, because it's a cotton and it should stand to a lot of water, a lot of pressure and brushing and stuff. So yeah, I was not disappointed, as I thought this paper was the best. I was able, of course, sorry for the drawing, I mean, I did not try to make her to draw her identical, because I already drew her, was drawing her like at least 15 times, so I was like already sick of it. I just wanted to make some small facial marks to just to try out the markers, and I do have to say I really like it. Sorry I don't have the video for that. I did not film it, but the paper did not tear. I hope I can zoom in a little bit so you can see. At here, for example, or here, I went at least, I would say 10 times with the marker over it. Not 10 times, but let's just say I did try to put more and more to see if the paper is going to rip. So nothing happened. With the first layer, where I just put a couple of colors, I was able to mix them without any problems. Then later I did put another layer to get some darker colors, because in this set you don't get a lot of dark colors. They're all really, how to say, bright, like pale colors, so you do have to layer a couple of times in order to get that saturation of color. And that was a problem with all the other papers. Not only the layering, there were papers where I've put one layer and I already noticed that the paper was tearing off. I have no idea why. One assumption, but it does not have to be. I'm not sure. But for example, this brush from the old cheaper Ohuhu watercolor markers, it is much softer than this one. This here does not really feel like a brush marker. I don't know. I mean, the colors are really nice, but they are not. It's a hard. It's a really hard tip. While here I can still bend it a little bit, but with this one I cannot bend it at all. So it is really sturdy, let's say, but not in a good way, because it does not feel like a brush marker. It's more like, you know, those, yeah, it's like on this side, you know, this kind of markers, coloring pencils, just in a bigger size. I don't see any difference. Yeah, but so if you do decide to buy these markers, okay, I mean, do not get angry if your paper, it does not work on your paper. Try to find 100% cotton paper. I hope it will work on some other paper you have, but as I said, I did try a lot of them and it was not really satisfying. The results were sometimes horrible. But yeah, do not despair if you do buy them. Buy 100% cotton paper, at least this one from Canson, the Moulin de Roy. This one is not so expensive in Europe, so I think it's half of the price from the Arches paper, so you don't have to give out so much money. And I will probably buy, I think I saw from Art and Fly, I think it was from them, I saw 100% cotton paper, which costed like 15 euros, I think, for maybe 20 or 30 sheets. I'm not sure right now, I do have to check that out. But I will probably order that one and also test these markers on them. So maybe they work really good on that paper. And also one thing I do not have, I don't have a Ohuhu block, any kind of block of paper, so I will also order that one and check out. Maybe Ohuhu really has a perfect paper for their brush markers, but in this way it is really difficult to find a really good paper to paint and color with these brush markers. So that was just an add-on, and I hope you did enjoy this. And as I said, do not despair, there is a good paper for these brush markers. So see you next time. Bye.